having enough time is very stressful, particularly when deadlines loom. You have a project that's due, end of the semester's coming up. What? How many weeks?
4, 3.
Wow, soon. Yeah, it's almost over. So you're looking at finals, you're looking at finishing papers, you're looking at what you're going to do for the summer, lining up internships, making sure the paperwork's turned in. There's a lot of stress, and it's all time related because you've got deadlines. You've got to finish this or you're not going to get whatever it is that you're after. So it's very important that you recognize that as a stressor. Somebody mentioned family, friends. Social stressors are probably one of the killer ones we have. You have a roommate who's having a problem and you want to help her out, but it's taking all of your time, and so now you're feeling pressure because you really should be working on this paper, but she's got this problem, and the boy's coming over, and what are you going to do? And now the campus police are involved. Yeah, it escalated. I'll have to tell you, it really did. But and that's stressful, and you've got this paper that's still due, because just because you help your friend doesn't mean that the paper's not due. So you still have to fit all this in. Plus, your mom's calling, wanting to know why you don't have any bonus bucks left on your account, and you're calling her for money. It's tough. And what are you going to do this summer, and why haven't you called your grandmother? There's all these different things that impact that from a social standpoint. And you may or may not be aware of some of these. A lot of times I find when I'm doing something like that, I get so much more than I can give out of it. This morning I was coming down, I'm in the hallway, and the man's there, he's got 2 cups of coffee, it's like this, and he's trying to get the key out of his, that holder that's got your room key in it, it's kind of sticky, and so I grabbed the cups of coffee, I said, let me get that. He got his key out, he put it in, I handed him the coffee back, and I went on my way. It's those sorts of things that you can do on an ongoing basis. It doesn't have to be going to APCA and sitting down and writing letters to the troops. It can be something small. It can be something that nobody else, well now you know, but shh, don't tell anybody I did that. But it's a personal thing, and it'll make you feel good, and it'll relieve stress. Over here was exercise. Somebody said exercise. That's a killer. Who was at the gym downstairs at 6:30 this morning? All right. There were only women there. It was me and a lot of women, and that was it. I was surprised. There were no guys down there this morning. That's a great way to relieve stress. When I was student number 1, one of the ways I became student number 2 was I started running, and I started exercising. Well, I started with yoga and the stretching, and then I got into running, and I was doing 5 to 7 miles a day, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. And I got in the best shape I've ever been in, and at that time, and that was one of the reasons why I feel like I did so well when I went back to school. About 3 years ago, I started going to the gym again. I don't know if you can tell. I think right now I can tell, and maybe in another year or two, everybody else will notice. But it makes me feel good, and it helps relieve stress. So I'm going to tell you, I want you to address your stress, and you're going to say,
Whatever you need.
Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Address your stress.
Whatever you need.
Address your stress.
Whatever you need.
Oh, come on, stand up. Let's do it one more time. Come on, stand up. Let's hear upstairs. Address your stress.
Whatever you need.
Address your stress.
Whatever you need.
Address your stress.
Whatever you need.
Very good. Thank you for coming.
As an individual leader on my campus, things can get very stressful as an involved student, and Jewel has explained that he's been an involved student on campus, and it just gives me a way to relate to him and how he's dealt with his stress and ways to positively deal with stress.
Mr. Quass hosted an excellent presentation about stress management, and it's definitely something I'm going to carry with me for a long time.